So whilst we're waiting, just waiting for people to join in. Welcome, 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 everyone. When you join in, let me know where you are joining me from. Okay, so I think we will make a start now. So welcome everyone to our online property investment show. My name is Essie. I'll be your host for today. So very thrilled to have you here. And yeah, to kick things off, I would love to know and have a sense of who is joining us today. So let us know whether you are a seasoned investor, whether you are a newbie or somewhere in between. Just let us know where you are joining us from. Are you an investor, a seasoned investor, a newbie, or somewhere in between? I am Esty and I'll be your host for today. Welcome everyone for joining in. Thank you. You're welcome to our online property investment show. Yes. So whilst we're waiting for people to let us know, welcome Evans. So let us know whether you're a seasoned investor, a newbie, or somewhere in between. Or let us know where you're joining us. Are you joining us from London, Ghana, USA, across the world? Yes, thank you. This is the strategy. This is brought to you by the Strategy Managers. Yes. We are based in Ghana and in UK as well. Okay, so today we have someone from Devtracoplus. I will bring her on board very soon. But before I do that, just please do share. Please do share the link. Send in your comments. If you have questions as well, please do send them in so that I will ask the questions to our speaker today. You're welcome again. So whilst we're waiting for people to let us know exactly where they are joining us for, whether they are a seasoned investor, a newbie, or somewhere in between, just to give you one thing, did you know that it's been proven that all other investment, including bonds, treasury bills, and Bitcoin and all that, they are very risky. Property is your next bet. At least it is a physical asset. It is, you can get your yield on return. You can use it as collateral. So really, you don't lose at all. So this is the time to really get into the property market. So without wasting much time, I've seen a lot of people from London. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm going to bring our speaker for today on board. I've seen new people joining in. You are welcome. So let's just bring our speaker for today on board. Her name is Erabna Bray, but she prefers to be called Rabbi. And she's the sales manager of Devtracoplus. And today she is here to help us to really understand and to know what it really entails when it comes to this lucrative investment package that we have for you, and all the other packages that Devtracoplus and the group has for us. So Rabbi, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, AC. Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for honoring us. We are very honored to have you. Thank you. So today, yes, this is Rabbi from Devtracoplus. Are we ready to go? Still let me know where you are joining in from. And let me know whether you're a seasoned investor, a newbie, or somewhere in between. Please send in your comments. At the end of the presentation, I will ask, or if there's time, I will ask all the questions and Rabbi will be happy to answer them. So Rabbi, I think maybe I'll just let you give a little introduction first about Devtracoplus and the packages that you have. I think we'll make it very interactive.
Okay, so I don't know if you can share my presentation, please.
Okay, let me do that. Okay, so whilst we're doing that, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I hope everyone else can as well.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So I'll commence by saying Devtraco is a group of companies. We provide end-to-end services when it comes to real estate, right from the development to the constructions to sale to management and even after sales service and resale if you decide you want to enter into the real estate business by selling it to a secondary buyer. When it comes to luxury real estate investments and homes that people live in Ghana, you can look no further than Devtracoplus. Now, with real estate, when you invest in real estate, even on a small scale, it always remains tried and true in terms of your annual yields, in terms of your capital appreciation. It's an investment you can touch, you can feel. It's not going to run away. It's not going to depreciate because when it comes to real estate, we appreciate year on year on year. When you even buy a bare land, you realize that the amount of money you invested in buying the land in year one would definitely increase in price during the year two. Now, moving on, I'd like to talk to you about Devtracoplus as an organization. When we started as a group, we started with Devtraco Limited, offering homes to people in Ghana. Then along the line, our customers came up and said, we now own homes and we want to diversify our portfolio by owning apartments, townhouses, and hotels that can offer us great return on investment and give us proximity to good things. Therefore, we want prime areas. And we answered this need by coming up with Devtraco Plus. And we've been operating Devtraco Plus for over a decade and Devtraco Group for over 3 decades. So when it comes to Ghana, we are very well trusted in terms of delivering results to customers. Now, talking about some of our past projects, we have the Avant-Gardes, the Edge located at Laboni. We have Henrietta's Residences, Acacia located at Cantonment. We have a Neo located at Jowulu. You can tell that most of our properties are in prime locations. Now, after telling you about our past, we need to tell you what we are currently doing because that is what you would be a part of. In terms of our current projects, I would like to start with the one at Cantonment called the Pelican Hotel Apartments. It's made up of hotel suites, and this allows for people who would like to purchase property and do not want to be actively involved get a unit or multiple units that can give them great return on investment by having a world-class management company handle it for them. When I talk about a world-class management company, I'm talking about Aleph Hospitality. So Aleph Hospitality is a world-renowned hotel management company who manage hotels and hotel apartments for the likes of Hilton, for the likes of Wyndham and Marriott. They provide world-class services, and at Pelican is a 4-star hotel, but with 5-star services. This is how it works. When you buy a unit or multiple units, you lease it back to Devtraco Hospitality. We get Aleph to manage it for you, and your returns are paid at the end of the year. Over here, you don't have to worry about the service charge. You don't have to worry about the taxes because all these are embedded into the operational cost. And we are able to still manage and give you the returns that you are expected to make. The average returns we are looking at is about 11% on a minimum. Definitely, and this is calculated on 60% occupancy rate. Therefore, if the hotel is filled up to the brim, you are definitely going to make double of the figures I'm mentioning over here. Now, these are prices for Pelican Hotel apartments. If someone wants to enter into the property market but do not have enough money right from the get-go, they can decide to buy a fraction of a unit. It is very different from timeshare. Fraction is where multiple people come together. In this case, a maximum of 6 people come together to own the property. Now, when you own a fraction, you will be offered a fraction of the returns per that room. And it starts with as low as $42,000. You can enter into the hotel business. When I say as low as, because buying into an apartment at the hotel apartment is not just buying a house or buying a building. You are buying into a business because at the end of the year, you get your returns. At the end of the year, the quarter, you are given audited reports. Therefore, when you are even reselling, you are not going to tell stories of how much money you've made. You are showing evidence. This time, you are not just going to talk. You are actually going to show evidence of what it has been doing for you over the years. So when you think about how to invest as a first timer, you can think about a fraction. However, if you want to buy an entire unit, you can choose between our deluxe suites and our executive suites, which range from 174,000 to about 238,000. So at Devtracoplus, there's something for everybody. We move on to regular apartments. Now, one of the perks at Pelican is the fact that even though you are investing in it because of the money, when you come into Ghana, you have 14 days per year to live in it for free. And if you decide to live in it after that time, you have the best rate available and it doesn't affect your returns in any way. Now, Pelican would be launched and operational this year. So if you're looking for something to invest in quickly and start making your returns quickly, you can invest in Pelican. Nova is also 98% complete. This is a regular apartment. With Nova, you can buy and live in it yourself. Because it's 98% complete, you can pack your bags. If you decide you want to move to Ghana, I'll give you a room at Nova. Now, it's a mixed use development. We have some retail spaces also available for sale over here. And we have a few units, about 2 or 3 units at the Nova for sale. At the Nova, you can decide to use it for investment. Like I said, we provide end-to-end service. So we have a management company that will take care of your tenants, find you the tenant, and pay you your returns. And whenever you decide that you want to stay in the home by yourself, you can always move into the Nova. Moving on to the prices at Nova, we have the 1 bedroom and then, which is 211,040, and we have our 2 bedrooms that are around 280,000. They are between 250 to 280,000, depending on the size you want to acquire. Now, this product is for somebody who has a ready mortgage or is liquid enough to pay within 3 to 6 months. However, we are looking at affording luxury on a budget. So we might not have all the money at a go. We have a product that is just right for you. I move on to the address. Also located inside Roman Ridge. It's on the Continental Road, beautiful prime location. At the address, we have 3 distinct towers. We have the residential tower, meant for people who want to live in long term or people who want to rent it out long term, 6 months and above. We have the vacation tower, ideal for people who want to rent it out for short term, Airbnb and the likes, as well as medium term rental, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, etc. Then we have the hotel. The hotel is operational like the Pelican that I just explained. Now, in terms of the amenities, we have the most amenities in an urban city in Ghana. There's no other city in Ghana that has the number of amenities we have at the address. We have the jogging trail, we have multiple swimming pools, we have miniature golf, we have a game center, we have complimentary vehicles. I mean, if I say I'm going to talk about the amenities, we are not going to end today's presentation. But what I can assure you is whatever you like, we have. At least if it's not everything you like, we have one of the things you like inside the address. Now, with the address, we offer a long-term payment plan. I'll come to that. But talking about our prices, they range from 150,000 for one bedrooms up until 1.7 million. So it's a wide range. So whatever your budget may be, there may be something in there for you at the address. Now moving on to the payment plan, which has been a bother to a lot of people because people want to invest in Ghana, but they don't know how to go about it. Before I go to where you want to hear the juicy part of how to, I'll move on to lands. Some people want to buy their own lands and build. When it comes to lands in Ghana, one of the major things people are afraid of is litigation, especially people in the diaspora. They don't want to come and put money down on the land, and next year when they come back home, there are land guards on the land, the same land they bought and probably ward, ready to fight them with machetes and cutlass and everything. So over here, we are not just selling lands, we are selling a community. It is a gated, secured, family-friendly community with all the amenities you would want to have in the home you are building, around the home you are building. So we have the Devtracoplus woodlands. This is located at Pram Pram, Dawenya. Is 1 minute drive from the Central University. So this is ideal for people who just want to buy lands and build their dream homes when they come to Ghana. Like I mentioned earlier, at Devtracoplus Group, there's something for everybody. Whether you want to buy a land, you want to buy an apartment to live in, you want to buy a retail space to operate your business in, or you even want to buy a hotel, wash your hands and let your money work for you, we would offer that to you at Devtracoplus. Now, when it comes to the payment plan for the address, it's very simple. We have 4 distinct payment plans. It is not only these 4. If you have your own payment plan of preference, we can look at it. If it's mutually beneficial, we would accept it. Now, plan 1, I call it my personal favorite because you pay only twice in a year. You pay 20% of the value 2 times a year. For 2.5 years, you will be done if you are self-financing. If you prefer plan 2, you are paying 15% quarterly. So it depends on how liquid you are at a time and your cash inflow. Now, even with plan 4, if you have a lot of funds now, you can just pay 30% upfront, pay another 30% within 3 months. Then you wait. You don't pay anything to us until we finish building your project. You pay the 40% when we are done. In terms of mortgages, we accept mortgages from any of the banks that are willing to offer the mortgage to you. We also work with the banks if probably you need us to help you speak to the bank so that you understand how to acquire a mortgage. We also do that for you. In Ghana, the banks do not provide 100% mortgage. They usually provide 20% to 30%, 70% to 80%. Therefore, you need to put down 20% to 30%. But we can also work with you on how to pay up your initial 20% or 30% deposit. So, like I pointed out in my post, real estate is no longer for the rich aunties and rich uncles. Real estate is for all of us. So don't think you are too little to start investing in real estate, or you need some huge sums before you invest in real estate. You can start little by little, and you can actually afford luxury real estate in Ghana. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this session. I would like to answer questions that you may have because a lot of people come to me with their own issues and they are always wondering, can I ever afford to buy property in Ghana? Today, I'm telling you, you can afford because even if you don't want to buy an apartment or a townhouse, you can afford to buy a land with as little as $15,000. You can get a land in a gated community, safe, secured, family friendly, also on a payment plan.
Thank you so much, Rabi.
you would buy something from us after this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ravi. I think you have covered a wide range of questions that I had. I'm going to look at questions for you, and then I will. I know one person is asking, is all transactions in dollars, including the returns?
Yes. So we calculate in US dollars CD equivalents. So if you are paying from the diaspora, you can pay directly in dollars. If you are paying in Ghana, you can pay in CDs. When the returns are paid, we also pay in US dollars. And if you want it paid in CDs, we can still calculate it in US dollars and give you the equivalent in CDs. So all returns are calculated in dollars as well.
Thank you very much. The other question here too is, how much would a property in East Legon, I'm not sure whether that will fit in, but let's say a 3-bed apartment, maybe the person just wants to have an idea. Can you help on that one?
All right. Currently, we don't have apartments in East Legon, but we do have apartments in other prime areas such as Roman Ridge, as I mentioned earlier. In terms of 2 to 3 bedrooms, they range from 250,000 to about 500,000 for regular 2 to 3 bedroom apartments, but with penthouses, they range from 1.5 to 1.7. But we have terrace houses in Spintex as well, those who want to live in their own townhouses. We have the terrace houses for $280,000. And then for townhouses of about 4.5 bedrooms, they are $380,000.
That's fantastic. Okay, I'm getting more questions in. So, okay, let me just read it. It says, with the Pelican Hotel apartments, if you go for the fraction option, do you have to do with multiple people at one unit, or I could have a fraction with a stranger?
Or you could have a fraction with who, sorry?
With a stranger.
Okay, so what we do is, because multiple people come to us with the kind of budget a fraction would afford them, we are able to group strangers into a fraction. Now, it doesn't affect you in any way because returns are paid by the management company. So you don't need to know the other person who owns a fraction with you. Sometimes you can even do the fraction through Devtracoplus and make it anonymous, so nobody would ever know you are the one who owns that fraction. However, if you have a group of friends or you have family members and they all decide to come together to own one unit, why not? We would give it to you. But sometimes it is better you enter into the fraction with people you might not even know, and the management company manages it for you. So you don't have to go around looking for people to share units with because you bought a fraction. We will do that for you.
Okay, there's a follow on. I know D is asking that question. He says that, what percentage is a fraction? Is that something that can be quantified in?
Oh, yes, it can. So a fraction, so a unit is made up of 6 fractions. So if you want to buy 50% of the units, you have to buy 3 fractions. So if you want 25%, then means you are buying 1.5, but we don't sell 1.5. So you can decide on the number of fractions you want if you want majority in that unit.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so for those who just joined in, Rabi has given a comprehensive presentation on all the packages that Devtracoplus has, from their new development, which is Address, to Pelican. There is the hotel apartments as well, and that is the question that she was just asking: what fraction can one buy, and what can you buy with a stranger? And I believe she's answered that yes, you can buy with other people. You can decide to buy the whole fraction, the whole unit, or you can just buy a quarter, half, or whatever fraction, depending on how much you have. So there's something for everybody. She's also said that you can also buy land with Devtracoplus if you did wish to, as little as $15,000. If I'm right, that's what she said, isn't it? You can get a land in a very developed community. So there is a lot that you can get with your money with Devtracoplus. I'm just trying to see other questions that are coming in, but I'll ask you.
Point out is that sometimes when you're buying, you don't need to look at just the price. You need to look at the value that price is offering. Because at the end of the day, if you are buying, whether to live in or as an investment, you are not just buying for today. You are buying a transgenerational asset. So you need to look at the value it would add to your assets and the assets of your children and the children after that. Whether it comes to the hotel investment option, the land, or even an apartment. Do we have any other question, please?
Yes, there's another one here. Sometimes I like to read it to make sense in my head, but let me just read it. It says, since we are live, it says, when one invests in your timeshare multiple ownership properties, you did say the lowest returns on investment is about 11%. How long do I need to wait until my investment begins to make returns on?
Okay, thank you very much for the question, but I would repeat this again. We do not sell timeshare. The difference between a hotel apartment and timeshare is with timeshare, you are buying time, the time you go and live in the unit. However, that does not translate to the apartment or the unit. You are only buying the time. What we are selling is the apartment. So the apartment would belong to you. You would have a sublease with your name on it. So anytime you decide to sell it, with timeshare, you can never sell it. But anytime you decide to sell your apartment, you can sell it like you're selling your home. Now, in terms of your returns, they are paid annually at the end of the financial year. Therefore, if you want to buy into Pelican, this is the best time to buy because it's going to be operational this year, meaning you will start making your returns next year. Next year, by this time, I'm sure you invite me to a party because your pockets will be dancing because at the end of every financial year, money would be paid to you.
Good. Okay. I think we have time for a few more questions. I hope your questions are being answered. Yes, I can see the thank yous coming in. But I'll ask one question. How can what advice would you give to a potential investor who does not currently live in Ghana? How can they manage their property from abroad?
Honestly,
Do you offer property management services just for
yes.
people to have that security?
If you do not live in Ghana, we have a variety of products that suit you. Number one is the Pelican. Because it's already managed as a whole by Aleph Hospitality, you don't necessarily need to be here. You'll be giving your audited report, you know what is happening with your unit, you know how much money to expect. You can even forecast your returns. So that is a no-brainer when it comes to people who do not live in Ghana. It's a real passive income earner. It's a hassle-free investment, and I don't need to talk so much about it because you know your money is safe, secured, and you are getting your returns. When it comes to regular apartments, because maybe you come to Ghana and you stay in for maybe 2-3 months and you want a place to call home, we have a management company called Talis. It's part of the group of companies. We would manage it for you. Even if you are looking for rentals, we'll look for the tenants for you. We provide the facility management. We provide the property management. Therefore, you do not need to worry about being physically present. Just as I'm not physically present in London and you can see me right now and we can have a conversation, you do not need to be present in Ghana for us to manage your property well. The world is evolving and we are evolving with it. So just be there, continue your work, don't worry about your property. Like I mentioned earlier, allow your money work for you. That is why people like myself have been employed at Devtraco to provide that service for you whilst you are not in Ghana.
Okay, so I know the question is coming, where can we get information on the options? Don't worry, if you definitely did register and sign in, I will send you all the information that Rabi has gone through. If you want any more further information, yes, contact the strategy managers, contact SC. You do have my details. I will put it up for you, or I'll put it in the link from wherever you are watching from. And I'll also send an email through as well from the strategy managers. But yes, I think maybe we have time for just one more question. Let me just see. Okay, I have a question. Okay, how much, what is the charge for the management? How much do they charge for the management?
As I mentioned, with Pelican, you do not pay the service charge or management fees because it's embedded into the operating cost. However, if you are getting a regular apartment, it depends on what you buy. If you buy a studio, your service charge is different from a 3-bedroom, from a townhouse, etc. But our average service charge ranges from $150 to $350 a month. This includes your security, the maintenance of common areas, the pool, the gym, the lounges, takes care of your concierge, takes care of your green area, lights in common areas. And we are a Ghanaian company, so we believe that when someone comes into our home, we provide water. So we never charge for water in any of our properties.
Great, that's nice to know. And finally, do I need to be in Ghana to really for the whole end-to-end process in terms of from the beginning of buying? Do I need to be there physically if I can?
No, not at all. We can do everything online, and we have the strategy managers to also represent us wherever you are. So you can contact us, you can contact Devtracoplus through the strategy managers, and we would take you through every piece of the project. In fact, we will do all the explaining again. We'll take you from reserving up until actually owning the property with all your paperwork without you even coming into Ghana. I've had clients over the years who have bought and their units are being managed for them, their returns are being sent to them, and I've never met them physically.
Thank you so much, Rabi. We are 3 minutes over. If there are no more questions, I know I keep seeing the questions popping in last minute, but I think I have to stick to the time. Any further questions, I will answer. You'll be answered by email, but we do have the email on as well, the strategy managers at gmail.com. So do visit us. You can also send the link to others to also watch it. You can rewatch it just to get what you missed. It's on YouTube. It's been uploaded on YouTube channel, so you can get that on. Thank you so much for your time, Rabi. I am so excited, and I know that many people have been given or equipped with the right information to make informed decisions now. So yes, thank you for your time. Thank you for all the audience. Thank you for everyone, whether those watching from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We are very, very appreciative of your time. Thank you, and see you in the next video. I have more coming up for you in terms of even, I have an interview coming up with land commissions. So you can bring in all your questions and other developers as well. But today is Devtracoplus. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Absolutely. Thank you.